Namaste, everybody. And it's me again, Jenny from JD Healing Vibes. And going to do another posture sequence for you, or asana sequence. This one we're going to do is actually based around the infinite posture. And but I'm going to do some strengthening elements tonight for you, as well as some stretching elements. The stretching and strengthening elements we'll be doing lying down on our side, and so if you do need any props or cushions, please have them ready so that you can put them under your head, particularly if you need them, or perhaps even under your hip if you need it as well. So the strengthening elements are going to be working on strengthening your hips and thighs, lower back, and a little bit of the belly as well. And then will be a bit of stretching for the legs and the inner thigh, and also a little bit of a stretchy one for the hip joint as well. So let's get going. Let's move into these positions. So having your yoga mat spread out and then lying down onto one side, and just making sure that you are in a comfortable position where you've got one leg on top of the other. Now traditionally the head will be resting in your hand and you're just propped up on that upper arm. If you feel this is a little strong for your neck or perhaps the shoulder, you can try bringing your head down onto rest on your arm, or perhaps with this you might maybe have a little cushion underneath this area if you feel you need it. If you're finding it difficult to balance, or you're finding it is a little bit strong on this lower hip, try bending the knee of that lower leg, or even patting yourself underneath with a cushion if you need to do that. So these postures are pretty good for most people. You can do them if you have knee injuries, because we're not actually going to be really bending the knees up until the very last little variation that we're going to do, but otherwise these ones are done with legs straight. Just be careful for anybody who has got any hip conditions. These are good for hip strengthening and flexibility, but you'll need to go gently with them, modify or stop if you feel any discomfort. So we're going to start with the top leg, and we take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, lifting your top leg up about 30 centimeters, pointing your toes away, holding the position for a couple of breaths in and out. As we're holding, the idea is we're working on strengthening this hip joint and thigh area. And then taking a deep breath in. On your exhalation, see if you can double the height of the leg lift. This will start to get a little bit stronger now on the thigh muscle particularly. And we take some deep breaths. You can rest at any time if it becomes too strong for you. Take another deep breath in, and then on your exhalation, just see if you can go higher to whatever is your maximum position. And we're going to flex the foot and stretching the leg as much as we can, holding it there without holding it with your hand initially. So this is working the strength, working the belly a little bit as well. And then the stretchy bit. So we're going to slide the hand up the leg, drawing the leg in towards the head. Some of you may just get to sort of a position where the knee is, your hand is on your knee and your leg might be further away like that. Some of you may be able to slide the hand further up, and then some of you may be able to grab your toes. Don't worry if you can't, and we're just holding that position, breathing in, release, and then exhale, and working a little bit more on stretching that leg out. Breathing in, release. release. On the exhalation, drawing the leg a little bit closer, flexing the foot. Now, this last little bit for this sequence is we're going to bend the knee and then carefully rotate so that the knee goes forward, pointing forward, and you're grabbing the inside arch of your foot and lifting the foot up, drawing the knee back. So this one's actually working on hip joint flexibility. And that might be enough. But if you want to go a little bit deeper into the posture, bending the lower leg, see if you can rest the knee on top of the foot. And then pressing the top foot so the heel is coming towards the buttock and pressing the knee away with that bottom foot. So this one is actually quite a good little quadricep stretch. Just hold for a couple of breaths. Good. And then release, stretching the legs out once again. And we'll just have a little rest by relaxing the head onto the arm, and with your fist, just give that hip, thigh, lower back area a nice little massage, all those areas that we did the work on. And then we're going to come up just for a final set, another little strengthening set for, again, strengthening the core, hip, thigh, lower back area. Breathe in deeply on your exhalation, lifting up the top leg. So we're just going to go to the first position that we did, and then exhale, slowly bringing the leg forward. Now, you just bring it forward to where you can. Some people may bring it further forward, just holding it as far as you can forward and stretching it out too. Just flex the belly strongly as well. And then inhale, come back to that center position. And then exhale as we take the leg back as far as we can, working the glute muscle and into the lower back area, stretching there. Inhale, come back to the center. So we're going to do one more set if you can, or otherwise you just rest. On your exhalation, bringing the leg forward again and hold. And inhale, back to your center position. And exhale as we take the leg back as far as we can and hold. While you're holding, remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. And inhale back to center. Exhale, lower the leg. So once again, we're just going to have that little rest, bringing your head onto your arm. Once again, all those areas that we worked around the core, hip, thigh, lower back, a little bit into the belly as well. Nice belly massage too. And then gently easing yourself up, and we're going to go on to the other side. So moving over and coming down onto the other side. And once again, propping your head into your hand or resting the head on the arm, whichever is more comfortable. We're going to do all of those movements on this side. Alrighty, so take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, lifting the leg about 30 centimetres, that top leg. Point the toes away, stretch the leg out, and just take some deep breaths while you're holding the leg there. If it becomes uncomfortable, bring the leg down and rest. Alright, breathing deeply. On your exhalation, see if you can double the height of the leg raise and hold it again. A little bit stronger, working into the strength of the hip joint, thigh joint, the thigh muscle as well. Good. All right. Deep breath in. On your exhalation, we're going as high as we can and flexing the foot. See if we can bring the leg in toward the head, or you just to where you can. So if it's further away, that's fine. You just work to whatever is your capacity. Breathing in, exhale, bring it back towards you a little more, and then bringing your hand onto the back of the thigh, and we're just going to start to encourage the legs, so making a bit more of a leg stretch, moving up. If you get to knee or back of the thigh, hold it there, maybe a little bit further, or the ankle, or if you're able to get to your foot, your toes, you're grabbing that area. Breathing in, just release it a bit. On your exhalation, stretch it in towards your head, stretch it out, flex the foot. Breathing in, release. Exhale once again, bring it in towards the head, stretching the leg, hold. Breathing in, relax it, and then bending the knee, carefully rotate the knee forward, bringing the foot back, holding inside an arch of the foot, drawing the foot up and the knee back, stretching and holding it. And that may be enough. It's a good one for loosening up the hip joint. And for those who want to go a little further, bending the bottom knee. So we're going to place that bottom foot underneath the top knee, and then pressing down on the top foot, bringing the heel towards the buttock. Fantastic quad stretch. Press back on that top knee. Deep breaths. Excellent. And then gently release, stretching the legs out, and then bringing your head down to rest on your arm. And with your fist, little massage all around that core area, hip, thigh, and a little belly rub. And then we'll complete with that second sequence, and the second sequence again going back to the strengthening. So breathing in, exhale and lift up the top leg just to the first position, hold. Exhale, slowly bringing the leg forward as far as you can. Stretch it out, hold. Inhale, bring the leg back to the center, hold. Exhale, taking the leg back as far as you can. Feel those glute muscles working strongly. Good. Inhale, come back to center, hold or have a rest if you've done enough for you. Exhale, bringing the leg forward as far as you can. Hold. Good. Inhale, taking the leg back to the center. And then exhale, taking the leg back as far as you can. Hold the stretch. Inhale, bring the leg back to center. Exhale, roll your leg. Once again, just easing down and getting the areas that we worked around that core area. A little bit of a massage around the belly. And then to finish off with some releasing, especially for the lower back, which we have done a little bit of work on. We're going to gently roll onto the back, so bringing yourself carefully onto your back. Bend your knees. So we're going to lift and tuck the tailbone forward and under, and then move the knees up towards your chest. Hug your arms either over the top of the knees, or if that's uncomfortable, under the knees and squeezing down, so whichever works. If you're pregnant, legs are going to be out to the side. Don't do this movement if you are over the first trimester of pregnancy. It's a little bit too strong. And then place your hands on your knees, rotate them slowly around as you massage into your lower back area. And then reverse the direction. Come back to the centre, and then just a little bit of a sort of bicycling, moving the knees forward and alternating, taking them back and rocking from side to side, and coming back to the centre, and then gently release, stretch your legs down and come into Savasana, corpse posture, relaxing arms down on the floor beside you, palms facing up. Close your eyes, relax completely, and gently roll your head from side to side, and then back to the centre, tucking your chin slightly towards your chest. Feel your whole body comfortable, heavy and relaxed, letting go of all tension and tightness, completely relaxed. And slowly open your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Raise your arms up over your head. Arch and lift up the ribcage. Have a lovely stretch. Exhale. Bring your arms down beside you. Bend your knees. Tuck the tailbone under. Draw the knees towards you. Clasp them gently and roll from side to side. And come back to centre. Tucking hands under knees. Carefully bring your head up, chin down, and rock forwards and backwards, and gradually building up the momentum, and then eventually rocking up to sit back up. And then we're going to say good night, namaste, and thank you for joining me. And I hope you'll return soon to enjoy some more beautiful yoga asana. Namaste.